Good morning. Happy Wednesday, everybody. Welcome to the Coffee Talk. I'm Michelle Quay. If you are new to me, welcome to the group. I am a visibility coach, and I help women creating content to attract their soulmate clients through storytelling. We all have a story, and every single one of us, our story matters. And today I'm excited because I have another amazing coach and website designer who's going to come and talk about what inspired her to become a coach and doing what she loves to do, as well as how she is able to help others creating high converting sales page and website design. But before I bring her onto the show, I don't know about you, but this week has been slow for me, right? Wouldn't you say that? Right? It's very slow. A lot of people are still on vacation. And what do you do on vacation while keeping yourself in that momentum in your business? One thing that I highly recommend people to do is think about creating your website. And one of the things that's very important about creating your website is having the copywriting ready to go, as well as thinking about who your target audience is. And that takes some time. So now with the slow season, it's perfect timing for you to think about all that information. Now, if you need help finding your niche and having a compelling story to tell the world who you are, how you're serving, let me know. I would love to have coffee with you. All right. So today, I hope you're excited as I am, because Kajabi is something I've been using for all my memberships as well as my course offer. And I've been loving Kajabi. Those of you who are on my email list, you know that every week I send you email marketing, and those also come from the Kajabi platform. And when I reached out to Elizabeth, I saw her bio, I saw her information, and she is what I call a Kajabi expert. And she create these amazing, beautiful website design. You're gonna love her. Let me just give you a little background about Elizabeth. Elizabeth Averyanova. I'm totally killing the name. So I am going to apologize ahead of time, and Elizabeth will come up and help me to correct my English. Elizabeth is a very well-talented web designer, brand strategist, and founder of the design and branding agency called Studio Classica. Elizabeth helps coaches and purpose-driven female entrepreneurs scale their business with impactful, beautiful branded and designs to attract dream clients, elevating their online presence and booking out their offers while creating a lasting impact in the world. Elizabeth's website, I saw it. I went to her website when I was doing my research. It's just amazingly beautiful. It's very elegant, has that soothing feeling. You're going to love her. So without further ado, I'd like to bring her on. Elizabeth, I butchered your name. Can you please correct me with the last name?
Yes, thank you so much, Michelle. So it's I'm Elizabeth Averyanova. It's my husband, my Russian husband's last name.
I Averyanova.
I like it. That's good.
That's okay. You can tell me. Not even close, Michelle.
No worries. No worries.
But I am so happy that you are here today, because I know when I first reached out to you, your resume just was really attractive to me. At the moment, I was designing my own Kajabi website. I've been using it as a landing page. I've been using it as a sales page, and I also been using it for my email marketing. So when I saw your experience, how you're helping others, I was like, that's my girl. I want her on my show, and here you are. So I would love for you to share with the audience who you are, what inspired you to become a coach.
Awesome. Yes, I am a designer and also a coach for other designers. And let's talk how I came into design. It's just been part of my whole life since a young age. I come from a very creative family and a very entrepreneurial family. I think everyone in my family has some kind of skill with their hands, creating like wood crafts or some kind of artwork. And so that was part of my genes, and it was very natural for me to go into design and then to start my own business. So I'm a designer and also have an architecture background, which is a little bit unique in this space, but I combine the architecture and the digital web design now in our design business, which so I say my husband and I we started our business together back in 2012, a long time ago. And it's been, a up and down entrepreneurial journey since then. But I wouldn't trade that for the world. And now today, I'm a designer. I coach other designers as well how to start and grow their design business. And I love all of it.
I think one of the unique qualities or characteristics about someone who has that creative mind is there's so many ideas that's going through your head. Like every single moment, you want to do this, you want to include that, and like a lot of our ideas for our own website come from the ideas that pop into our head. But I think where I know I was struggling was to actually put it into something that's very concrete, which element goes where. So I'm curious, as you're helping others to design their website, their graphic, their landing page, what are some of the key elements that people should be paying attention to with that busy creative mind?
It's so true. Having the whole almost a problem, the good and bad of having so many ideas, right? How do you control those ideas? One way is having an amazing coach or having an amazing designer, like somebody outside of your own brain to capture the important ideas, right? And to acknowledge all the other ideas, but not to pursue all of them, right? But how do you create the captivating website is really, really getting clear on who your ideal client is and like, you know all about this, but what your story is and how do you translate that into a visual design, captivating design. It's just being very clear about those goals and about, who you are and who you want to serve and what you want to do in the world.
Mm-hmm. So what if it's someone who is not really quite sure like where to begin, like they don't know their niche, or they're at the stage where I totally think that I know I had that in the beginning of the phase. I'm like, I don't want to miss out anybody. I want to include everybody, right? So as I was thinking about niche or defining my niche, I really didn't have a starting point of, okay, this is a target audience that I want to work with, and therefore my website copies would be tailored to them. So what advice do you have, or what tips do you have for someone who wants to keep it general but yet they're ready to go out?
Yeah, I think a lot of us struggle with that. I know I struggled with that, or I didn't even perceive of it as a struggle, but the whole like trying to be a generalist or trying to help everybody is you eventually learn you can't do that. So how do you niche down? I love this one piece of advice, which is look at yourself 2 to 3 years ago. Who were you 2 to 3 years ago, and what did you need at that time? Which hopefully, we all are very aspirational and ambitious here in this community, I know, and you probably have grown a lot since then. But where were you 2 to 3 years ago? Look at that person and how can you help them? And that's a great starting point. It doesn't have to be your forever niche, but that's a great starting point.
I love that. I usually describe to clients that you put a mirror in front of you and look back like 5 years ago, 10 years ago. That's where you were. That's where your ideal clients would be.
That's perfect. That's a really great starting point because you know it inside and out.
Yeah. All right. So why Kajabi? What's the advantage of having a Kajabi as a landing page or website?
Okay, Kajabi, one of my favorite topics is I focus on helping people who have Kajabi platforms. That's a decision of being really niche on that audience. So what is Kajabi? Kajabi is an amazing all-in-one online business platform. It means you can have your website, you can have your email marketing, you can have your sales pages and landing pages, and you can have your memberships and your courses on it. And you can also have that whole client experience of how do they discover you, and then how do they go to your sales page, how do they sign up for your program, and all the steps, what happens after that. So Kajabi is a great platform to support that journey of your client and to do all those things.
I think one of the things that I really love about Kajabi particularly is, like you said, it's a very architectural design. Like the way that they had it set up, it's like you create a landing page or your website, and that captures your audience. Whether it's you're building a list, you're building your email list, so you have that free offer, and it's right there available for people to sign up, and that get captured into your email marketing, and your email marketing can then further be narrowed down to like each specific segment, or maybe you're offering a group coaching, so you pitch only to these specific group of people who's in your group coaching session or a membership section. So I love how it's very architectural, and you pretty much go through a flow chart of how the website works. So as someone who's thinking about, well, maybe they can afford, because I mean, let's face it, Kajabi has a really steep price. So I think even for the basic one, it's like $199 per month. So let's say someone who doesn't have that luxury of spending that much of budget onto their initial website, they're probably thinking about like something that's cheaper, Squarespace or Wix or some other platform. What are some of the key elements that they should be paying attention to as they're creating their landing page, whether it's on Kajabi or somewhere else?
Yeah, key elements that I would consider are, again, what is that client journey, that client experience? Number one. Number two is, how tech savvy are you? We can talk about those more, but how tech savvy are you? If you're really tech savvy and you don't mind, figuring it out, or that's your thing, you could pursue other tools like Squarespace or Wix. But then you have to consider that those might not do all the things you need to do, and you might end up needing multiple tools. If you're tech savvy, or if there's specific reasons, you could do that. But the biggest thing I see is that people try to find something cheaper, and they go with this platform, but then they realize, okay, it doesn't do your checkout process, or it doesn't do your email marketing. So then they end up having to get another tool. And oftentimes I see people with 4 to 6 tools that you have to then spend so much time getting them to work together, getting them streamlined. And eventually, okay, if you're starting in your business and you're not ready for that investment of a platform like Kajabi, like, I do understand that, totally understand that, but you will eventually, hopefully, your business will grow, and you'll get to a point where these multiple tools will end up being more of a headache than it's worth. Then, like, okay, they cost less at the beginning, but as you grow with your business, those may no longer serve you. At that point, it would be a great point to go look at the Kajabi platform.
I love that. So here's the honest truth. I started out on Squarespace, which is like $20, $20, and no more than $50 per month. That was my baseline for my website. And then I had to add on email marketing. Email marketing would cost me another, I don't know, it was, I think initially I used MailChimp. So MailChimp is about like 20 something dollar when you have a small email list. And once you grow to a certain list amount, then they will charge you based on the size of the email that you have. And so eventually I end up paying over $200 a month just to have the website, email marketing. And I also need to add some like a checkout page or the landing page. So after a while, it got so complicated, and I want to offer digital course. Now I have to look for another website that would offer the digital course. So I kid you not, this is like real hashtag. Real struggle is real.
Yes.
So I think having Kajabi really helped me streamline that process. So now my landing page is on one, my checkout page is in one, my email marketing is in one, and my what was the last thing? Oh, the course, digital course, it's also on Kajabi. So yeah.
Yeah, you're on the other side of that struggle now. But it is real. It's real. You end up spending so much time and just energy like getting these things all to work together that after a while just, grow to the next level, find a better tool.
And I think, by us sharing this, hopefully it will shorten that learning process.
Mm-hmm.
Because a lot of time, I often tell this to my clients that, what I'm sharing with you, it's not the absolute, like it's not the absolute system
Mm-hmm.
that's going to work for you. You really have to try it out and get a feel for it. This is why I encourage people to sign up for a trial version, just to test it out, see if you like it. If you don't, great, that's work something else. But I think it shortened that time, that period of you have to do a trial and error thing, just by listening to what others had to go through in order to get there. So as we're talking about these sales pages, what makes it highly converting?
Oh, okay. So highly converting. It's a sales page. I love sales pages, designing them, thinking about them. And, sales pages is like a journey. And I like to think of it in three parts. You're taking people through a three-part journey. It's not random. When you see sales pages that are intentional and strategic, the order of information on these sales pages is very important to take these people through the journey. So those three parts I can share about this, which is the first one is like a discovery. They need to discover, discovery and awareness. So they need to become aware first off that they have a problem, or that they're struggling with something. Then you take them further and you show them there's a possible future, that there's a possible future without that struggle. And so you show them a reality that they could achieve, specifically through working with you, through what you're offering, through your coaching program. And so you take people through this journey of becoming aware of their problem and a possible solution. That's like the first part. So what that looks like on a sales page and how this relates to converting them is just being very, very clear with your language on those problems they're struggling with. Then the next thing you want to do is having the perfect offer, the perfect solution that will help solve those struggles. So, a perfectly crafted offer, what are you introducing to them? So your course or your membership or your coaching program, or like a mini course, or any kind of thing that can give them that solution. And how to like high converting with that is I love to help people visualize, help people visualize. So what you see on these like mock-up graphics is what I call them, but some way that they can actually visualize it. And yeah, go ahead, Michelle.
I was gonna ask what makes
Mm-hmm.
it a highly visual converting aid.
So like,
Like what would be some
go
of
ahead.
the elements, like pictures or graphics, that would help to make someone, it will capture someone's attention?
Sure. So the whole idea is, people buy in different ways, people learn in different ways, but people buy in different ways. It is so helpful for people to see what are they buying, especially a coaching program. It's so the transformation is not tangible. They're not getting something physical, right? But how can you help them still visualize it so they can see, yeah, okay, I see what I'm getting. So examples are, if it includes a coaching call, Voxer, or no, sorry, a Zoom coaching call, you could have a screenshot of, the little grid of faces, and it's like a Zoom call, right? It just helps people give that visual experience. If it's a course, you could have a screen of your Kajabi, the course platform, a screenshot of that. If it's Voxer support, a screenshot of Voxer. So a screenshot of Voxer. So visual things like this.
Mm.
Mm-hmm.
I love that. So you got me thinking about the, like, a screenshot of the Zoom or group coaching. So because I know a lot of people are thinking about offering group coaching or mastermind or workshops, and it's something that I haven't thought about, because a lot of my business come from online, and
Mm-hmm.
it's also a great idea. I saw people like taking screenshot of their messenger the message that they receive, or Facebook comments that they receive. Like, these are great testimonials, and those can be added to the website as you're describing it.
Yeah, well, that's a great, that's like a next great point of high converting is people love to see testimonials. This is a must include on your sales page are screenshots from Facebook, screenshots from your messaging, social proof and testimonial proof.
Something I need to work on.
And I'm sure you have a lot of great ones. Just start gathering those.
I mean, throughout the year, I'm a very visual learner, and I'm a very visual person. So I appreciate something that's clean, sleek, and doesn't have a lot of picture from everywhere. And so I shifted towards not to include them on my sales page. But I think in a way it's actually hurting me because I'm not actually bragging about myself.
It's hard. I mean, there's a balance of how there are ways you can make them look prettier. Screenshots, I feel like some people, again, are not like it's the most prettiest looking thing, but that's not the point. People want to just read what is that win that somebody had, and it shows them that, hey, I could do that too. I could achieve this too by working with Michelle and her program.
So I think one of the things that you are bringing to our audience is something, it's like a free resource for them. Can you tell us about the free resource?
Sure. So if you're brand new to Kajabi, and oftentimes I hear like you sign up for the free trial, which you should do, check it out. But you sign up for it, and then you're kind of overwhelmed by you have this brand new Kajabi account. Where do you start? What do you do? How do you get started on this platform? Because there's a lot of things you could do. So the free resource we have is just a Kajabi checklist for launching and starting your Kajabi platform, and it gets you gets you off the ground and those first essential steps you should do to start growing your business on Kajabi. So check it out. It's at our website, studioclassica.com /Kajabi-checklist. And then it will walk you through those first steps.
I love having a checklist. I'm just a list person. I will create a list just to create a list, just to create another list. That's my thing. So I love the idea of having a checklist because it really walks you through the steps of, okay, so that busy creative mind is running. Where do I begin? Where do I start? And following a checklist, it's like, here's the map. You follow the map, you're going to be able to create your first, your Kajabi website or your Kajabi landing page. And then from there, then you can be, enroll yourself into a more advanced class.
Exactly. I love the checklists too. In my planner, I will just create it before I start my day always.
Yeah. Now that you brought up the planner, what planner do you use?
Oh, I've checked out different ones. I just got for Christmas, I'm trying a new one. It's not the most like feminine looking one, but it's called My PA Planner.
I love that planner.
Oh, really?
Yeah,
cool.
I love that
It's
planner.
Like designed for entrepreneurs. It just feels like it's not the most feminine looking one. That's my only thing.
Yeah, but it's so helpful, and especially in the section where they talk about setting up your business goal and helping you narrowing down your social media niche, your target audience. There's a section in that planner. It's called My PA, or if you search under My PA, you'll be able to download a copy of it digitally. You can use it on the digital platform. You can buy an actual copy. So I love how you mentioned it.
Awesome. I'm glad I'm not like some obscure, it's not some obscure thing.
I personally, like I said, I think you and I have like a very creative mind, and a creative mind wants to do a lot of different things. And when that happened, that also shows up in our planner world, because there's no way that we're going to stick with one planner. We want multiple planner because we want to try out different things.
Oh, yeah, exactly. So I'm excited. I just got it, a few days ago for Christmas and started writing already in it. And I'm going to go through the goal setting and everything with that.
Yeah, I love that. I went through the exercise and really helped me narrow down the niche and having a social media goal and what do I want to do? What do I hope to accomplish? It's very helpful. And it's already there. So I don't even have to recreate it. I just go and fill out the blank.
Mhm.
What else do you have going on that's cooking in your behind the scene for us?
Oh my gosh. Well, Kajabi is really what we're focusing on in 2022. In the past we supported different website platforms, and it is very important to niche down, and you get to a point in your business, and so we're going in that direction. So we are focusing on Kajabi specific VIP design days, where we do very intensive creative process for online coaches and entrepreneurs, with your Kajabi, getting your Kajabi either up and running, or some specific goal, like if you're launching a course, we go through the whole process of creating the sales page and setting up the course like dashboard area, all in one VIP day. That's a big thing we're focusing on. And the other thing is coming is possibly a mini course in the works, Kajabi specific.
I love
So
it.
yeah.
And I'm pretty sure you're gonna use Kajabi as your course as you're designing your course, right?
Oh, exactly. Yes, yes.
I love it. So I do have one last question before I let you go, because while I have you, I gotta milk it, Elizabeth.
Yes, go ahead.
So one of the questions that came from the audience is that in order to make that high converting sales page, how much information do I include? Do I include very little? How much is too much or too little?
Well, that's a good question. We have. I'm on the proponent of including a good amount of information and in a strategic way, but not insanely long information, because people don't read. It's fact. People need to see different kinds of information, but a good amount, but not a crazy amount. And there's a few key things to help with that. Besides those graphics we were talking about earlier, are things like including a countdown timer. People like pressure, people like deadlines. So including a countdown timer on the page, including testimonials, and really including the facts, but also the emotions. The facts, like what's included, the tangible things included, but also the emotions of what will people experience, the result people experience after working with you.
Hmm. As you're describing all these elements, I'm thinking on my Brave Your Brand Challenge sales page, I definitely need to go back and add a countdown timer.
Mm-hmm.
It's something I didn't think about. Like, yeah, countdown timer would be perfect, because it
Mm-hmm.
creates that urgency of, hey, this is only going to last in a certain amount of time,
Mm-hmm.
and I think that's a great idea to capture that.
Yeah, that's a good one. And there's one more, which I've seen and we include, which is something called value stacking. If you're not familiar, it's what's the value of all the things that are included in your program. Break it down, put the value. Coaching, like a private coaching call, it's what's the value of it, and you have it just a list there, and put the actual numbers there, and at the bottom put the total value of this program is $28,000, let's say, but your actual cost, you put your actual cost below that.
Hmm. I
Value
actually,
stack.
with that, I would say I tested it, guys, ladies. I tested it in that
Mm-hmm.
last challenge, and it's proven. It's proven. Let me just tell you that it's
Awesome.
proven. It works. There, Helen in the group, she's asking, how do you utilize timer?
What do you mean? You mean like a countdown timer? I'm guessing.
Yeah,
So you
I
would
think.
say we often do a countdown timer for the enrollment period. So your last day to enroll in your challenge, you said, is,
Mhm.
let's say, January 2nd at a specific time. So you want to count down until that last possible moment somebody could enroll, and then it puts pressure on people to sign up. Another way to use it is if there's a sale, like an early bird special rate, you can have the early bird countdown timer. until the early bird price goes away, and then they will only get the regular price. So that's 2 examples.
I hope that answers your question, Helen. Let us know if there's any more questions. Just put in the comment, and I will be sure to pick Elizabeth's brain, and she'll get back to us.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. Any last moment advice or tips for us before I let you go?
It's so important just to try your tech tools. We're talking about Kajabi this whole time. It may be the right platform for you. It may not be, and that's okay. I'm not, it doesn't hurt my feelings. It's so important just to test the tools, and do they support your goals? Do they support your mission of what you're trying to do with your business? That's my last piece of advice, I guess.
I love it. Where can people find you, Elizabeth?
Best is on my Instagram, which is just my name, and Michelle will share the link, but it's Elizabeth Averyanova, or my website, studioclassica.com.
And here is Elizabeth's website. I will make sure to include all of these in the episode notes so that you have easy way to access it and check her out. Check her out, her good work. Pick her brain, send her an email, and I'm sure she'd love to connect with you. So again, here's the Instagram handle, and she also has a Facebook. So if you prefer Facebook, connect with her on the Facebook. Helen says, fabulous information. Thank you. She's starting with Squarespace, and eventually she'll switch.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Helen. And thank you, Michelle, too.
Thank you so much, Elizabeth, for coming. This has been like great information for myself as well as for our audience. Just thank you. And I wish you all the best.
Yes, I'm excited for you. And check out Kajabi and send me any questions, anyone, and I'm happy. I'm happy to answer those. But it was a pleasure to talk to you today.
Thank you so much for coming. I'm going to put you to the backstage for now. All right, ladies, there you have it. Whether you use Squarespace, Kajabi, any type of platform, here are the elements that you should be paying attention to in creating a high converting sales page. Visual, change it up and add your testimonial, take screenshot, have a variety of different things, different elements to support your audience and your readers. And the most fundamental thing is about niching down. So be specific about the content that you're creating and how you're shaping your language to target those who really, really has been waiting for you to get out there, get seen, get heard, and get hired. I'm Michelle Quay. I am the creator of this group, Visibility Confidence Lounge. And hopefully I will see you again next week with another amazing guest. Bye, everybody.